What's it called? What's it called? What's it called? No, he doesn't even know what it's called. What's it called? What's it called?
We are the world.
We are the children.
Caleb and I are in a hotel room in Lafayette, Louisiana. We had a super fucking fun show last night.
That's right.
There are only 11 people in the crowd. Turns out in some of the mid-sized cities in the Bible Belt, Caleb and I don't have huge draw.
Well, you know, one thing about comedy is there's always excuses. So
Yeah.
People will be like, well, you know, we got the eclipse coming up. And
Yeah. You're like, it's festival season. That's got to be what it is.
Yeah,
There's,
spring break.
It's Boudin Festival.
Yeah.
Dude, that's happened to me so many times. Like, man, we sell out every single show in this town, and you just happen to come on the weekend of the Lemon Fest. And, yeah, we got really ripe lemons this time of year here in Slap-a-Dick, Oklahoma. And
we got a watermelon seed spitting contest. And,
yeah, totally.
People can't do that and a comedy show in the same week. People
Yeah,
just can't
too
afford
excited.
to.
People start drinking at 4 a.m. when we're spitting watermelon seeds. Yeah, you actually, man, it's weird. You happen to book this show on the exact day of the yearly ceremony where we push a cow off the roof. We push a cow off the roof of the governor's mansion, and wherever the blood explodes onto the pavement is where there's a map on the ground, and that's where we're all going to move to.
But it was fun. It was a fun show.
But that's the thing is, it was like a small but mighty crowd, and we just I had such a blast. It was so great. And Jason Leonard, who is a comic in town, who also produces the shows here, he's great. We hung out. This comic who lives in Lafayette, Brock, was so funny, and we hung out with him.
Oh, man, just a really good time. And, boy, comedy's fun. It's so fun.
It was such a blast. We were just in, so the last episode y'all heard, last week's episode was the live episode at the Riot Festival in Houston. Super fun festival. Lots of man.
Tom was a little drunk in the middle of the day. That was fun.
Caleb and myself, Tom Takar, Graham K, Jordan Fisher, the five of us hung out a lot, and Usama Siddiqui.
Oh, and, just funny dudes. Having fun.
It's great.
And
but now we're in a hotel in Lafayette, Louisiana, and we were going to record last night, but we were like, we're tired, and so Caleb and I went to our respective hotel rooms, and I watched the first half of Don't Worry, Darling, and I fell asleep. But for the record, I liked it. And Caleb, this was so funny, by the way. We meet in the lobby this morning for coffee, and I was like, I did not go right to bed. He was like, me either, because I realized I had never heard We Are the World. And that, I guess, kept him up for hours.
Well, because I was like, everybody's seen the memes of, like, Michael Jackson reacting to other people's verses.
Yeah.
Where he's just like, jeez. And I was like, I've actually never heard this.
Yeah.
'Cause I wasn't alive in 1985, which I guess is when you would have heard it.
Yeah.
And so I listened to it, and then I was on Wikipedia, and I saw that they did one in 2010 for the Haiti earthquake. And instead of writing a new song,
they just
got T-Pain and Justin Bieber to sing it.
Amazing.
And like all the 2010 singers. And then they decided at the end to throw in the worst rap interlude maybe ever. I can't imagine a worse rap thing exists because it's positive, like the chord, and it's like 50 rappers chanting at once, like, when the earth quakes, you need say to break it down.
Totally, exactly. When everybody's sad and you're always feeling bad. It's like really, it's like written by a kindergartner, and it's
bad,
like,
dude.
Who were the rap? And Caleb pointed out it's 50 rappers all chanting at the same time, so you can't really tell who it is.
Yeah, and I think that was done on purpose because they're like, hide me in the chorus.
Yeah,
like, I don't want to take any of this. But yeah, that was a nightmare. So that passed about an hour because I kept rewinding the rap verse, being like, this is the worst thing I've ever heard.
Dude, absolutely horrible.
So I should have gone to bed, but man, that was fun.
And now both of us, because of this bullshit, have we are the world stuck in our fucking heads. I'm so pissed off. But we were talking about like those songs
Yeah.
that are like made for a cause or like
Yeah.
for a government or by a brand there are so many of them because these brands have all this money and they all suck.
Yeah.
The biggest one is the World Cup has a song every year, a World Cup official song.
Right. Are you ready for some soccer?
Yeah. And the 2008 World Cup, it was, I think it was 2008, maybe 2010.
Pretty sure it was 08, I think.
Because
Probably
there-
2010. You're
because
right.
there was one in 2018 and there was one in 2022, wasn't there?
Yeah.
Well, whatever in that era, this guy Kanan, K''N'', made a song. I forget what it's called, but the chorus is "When I get older, I will be stronger,"
Yeah.
and it's so corny and so bad. It's called "A Waving Flag," and the video is just like kids dancing.
And a lot of them hitting a soccer ball with their head, which is
Yeah.
you would think is the whole sport from that video.
Yeah,
It's all head hitting.
totally.
What do you call that in
Don't
soccer?
hurt your feet. Headbutting. It's not called. It's literally just called a header.
Yeah. A lot of kids smacking a ball off the top of their head.
Yeah, and it's like man, I when that song came out, I loved it. Isn't it? It's just such a weird thing where like, I don't think when I was younger there was the version of that where I would be like, I would like a song and be like, but it's not punk, and I'm punk, so I can't listen
Right.
to things. I don't care anymore. I like all sorts of bullshit. I like all kinds of stuff that some people hate, and
Well,
like,
that's pretty punk, Dave.
You're goddamn right. Thank you, Caleb. I love Blink-182, and so many people were like, it's lame. But this one is like, I knew it sucked. I knew it was bad for the world. It was paid for by Coca-Cola and the World Cup, an objectively horrifying organization. And I think I had just been broken up with, and I was like, I will be stronger. I will. I have a waving flag, dude. Man,
Yeah.
I loved it.
It's also not true. Like the older you get weaker every year.
Absolutely.
For sure.
Physically and emotionally.
Yeah, there's only so much you can take, but that's not a good song.
It's a bad song
Yeah.
to just be listening and crying
Hmm.
and like hiding from my friends that I listen to this song, like deleting my YouTube history.
It's like crying to the Frasier song.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe I hear the blues are calling.
She used to toss my salad.
I have cried at an episode of Frasier before.
Have you?
There's one where like his dad.
Oh,
It
sure.
ends with
Dad
like
stuff.
with his dad like struggling to get into his chair and like Frasier help being like a really good son to his
Yeah.
you know, and they're like at each other's throats, but at the end of the day he's like letting his dad live with him. And it's like you know how Seinfeld never has a no hugging and no learning. Well, Frasier will hit you with some shit.
Yeah.
All those 90s sitcoms except Seinfeld were like, we're going to make him cry once. And it's like, I get mad because I'm like, that's not what I put this on
know.
to eat a sandwich to.
It's literally like almost formulaic. It was
Yeah.
like 20 minutes of dumb and then 2 minutes of message.
Yeah.
Full House. Every episode of Full House
Dude.
was just like, and that's why you should always be nice to your sister. Good Lord.
Yeah. Which is like not the way it is to grow up. Like those poignant things
Yeah.
happen like once a year,
Yeah.
you know? Like when your dad sits on the bed goes, hey pal,
Yeah.
champ, did you have some feelings over there? It's like, what are you
I don't
talking
think that happened
about?
to me once. My dad just like threw a telephone at me.
Yeah.
And I'd be like, well, all right.
That's why you don't touch the thermostat, Dave.
Yeah, totally. Don't drive the car through the goddamn garage door. Throws a telephone. The sitcom in my house would have been weird,
Yeah.
dude. I loved those sitcoms. I
Yeah.
think it scratched an itch in my brain that I love to organize and categorize things. That's my OCD
I like that too.
But yeah, it's fun. When I was a kid, we would travel around a lot, and I would always be like, "Ooh, what's the fast food place going to be around here?" Whenever we went into a highway rest stop, I'd be like, "What?" The last one had Hardee's, but this one has Roy Rogers. That's so interesting to me.
Right.
And I loved the fact that there were billions of sitcoms, and I would watch them all. Becker.
Oh,
Remember
yeah.
Becker, Caroline in the City. I really loved, and the one through line through all of them was that every single main character had a huge apartment.
Right. Very successful, beautiful layout,
Yeah.
and like a view of the city.
Yeah, even the poor people,
Right.
like Grace Under Fire, who was a single mother who worked at a factory, had
Yeah.
a huge house. And it's because you got to fit 3 cameras in the living room
That's Joe Biden's America, Dave.
Yeah.
You used to be able to struggle
and
and
be a
have
millionaire.
85,000 square foot. Dude, Joey in Friends is like, I hope I book this role. And it's like, well, dude, your apartment probably costs $20,000 a month.
Yeah, dude.
Maybe get something smaller.
You're the
dude.
only 2 apartments in like a building in Soho. You're like right
Yeah.
above Uniqlo. You're like right above the Uniqlo store.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it would be too sad to accurate, to have actual sized
Yeah.
shithole apartments in every sitcom.
Exactly.
Jerry has 3 roommates.
Dude, I know trying to film anything, like trying to film a show in the actual apartment Seinfeld lived in before he had a TV show that was like a closet where the toilet was under the bed is
Oh.
just it's just like not possible.
Jerry
dude.
climbs up into his lofted bed at
Yeah.
the end of every episode.
Yeah, a lofted bed with a toilet and a TV underneath it.
Because it's like, if you look at Jerry's life, he's doing spots at the Improv in New York, right? He's on the road sometimes, but they're not great gigs.
Yeah.
He'll do the Tonight Show, but the Tonight Show pays $500.
Yeah.
So at that time, like what they're depicting, it's not great.
No, I know.
He's not making a lot, but Seinfeld is enjoyable to watch because it's like, oh look, I mean that apartment. What do you think that would be now? Like,
That apartment, where was he? And he was in the Lower East Side, right?
yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I don't know. Or maybe he was in the Upper West Side because it's always like pretty nice where he
Yeah.
is. I think he
It's
might be
very
in the
nice.
Upper West Side. I think that apartment, that living room is massive. That's bigger
huge, dude.
than any apartment I've ever
He has
had.
friends over,
I know.
several friends.
He has a
parties.
full couch. It's
Full
a
couch.
3-person couch. We have a full 3-person couch in my apartment in Brooklyn, but when you're sitting on it, your feet touch the wall in front of you.
Yeah.
Um,
Dude, I apartment sat for a friend in Alphabet City one time, and it was a studio.
mhm.
And I'm not kidding. If you rolled over too quick in the bed, your foot would hit the stove because the stove was next to the bed.
Yeah.
And I couldn't believe. I was like, "This is insane." And it was
Yeah.
$2,000 a month, and it was a third the size of this hotel room.
Dude. No, yeah, he has a massive place. I want to say that the rent of that place is $5,000 a month.
Oh yeah, probably.
Easily.
And he's like, "Can I afford cable?" It's like, Jerry.
He has a huge kitchen with like a little extra like granite countertop.
Yeah, dude.
I know, and it's one thing Jerry lived there. Right across the way, Kramer lived there,
Right, with
who
no
didn't have a job, who would just like have sex with women and then get their money. Remember when the episode
Yeah.
where he creates a bunch of levels?
Yeah. Also, I think there's some sort of hidden subplot where his unspoken backstory is Kramer, I believe, got a huge settlement from a company for getting injured or something.
Oh yeah,
I think he had a windfall that he doesn't even really think about.
yeah.
Like, I imagine that a huge company injured him, and because he's on strike from his bagel job for the whole 90% of the show.
Oh yeah. That's right.
Right.
Yeah, that's right. Randomly, he would just be like, "Oh, the boys are picketing."
Yeah,
And like,
and then he finally goes back for like half a shift and then goes back on strike. It's very funny, but it's like, I
Yeah.
think he came into some money right before he moved into that apartment.
Okay. Well, fine. The logic is sound, Larry David.
Yeah,
Oh boy.
yeah, dude. We gotta. I want to get a big apartment. How much is would you rather have a big apartment or a house? What do you want?
I'd rather have a house, but that's not going to happen. I mean, the thing is that, like, if I had my complete druthers, I would have a house in New York City, in my current neighborhood, and I would be really close to the mountains. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay.
Like, I really want nature and a house and to be in New York City. You
Right.
can't do that. Like a big apartment in a neighborhood in Brooklyn that I like is what I would really like. Yeah.
Well, it's like what we're talking about with Graham. It's like, like in my head, I think that too. I'm like, I want a Jeep so that I can go camping. It's like, how often do I camp? Once a year?
Oh man.
Why would I need a Jeep for all the days of the year?
Graham K, one of my favorite people who has ever lived, and that is not an exaggeration. He's like, I've always loved him, and then since we moved to New York, we've gotten really close, and we take care of each other. We're good friends. He's just like, he bought this car, and it is the fucking albatross around his neck.
Oh, it's
dude.
terrible. It's a terrible car. The worst car I've ever been in. It's like Dr. Seuss designed this car.
Yeah.
And it's called the Fuck You Mobile.
Yeah. Dude.
Nothing's in the right place and you can't get where you go.
It's a Mini Cooper from like 2013 or something. And Mini Coopers, just in general, like they wanted to be cool and hip. And so, yeah, all the buttons are in the wrong place. And they thought that was like fun. And when you talk to Graham about it, he's like, nothing's in the right place. I love it. I really like it. I think it's really interesting. But like you're like sitting in there, you're like
its exhaust pipe goes straight up.
Yeah, it goes into the front window.
Yeah, the door's on the top.
Yeah, like literally if you want to open the button to open the windows or like pull down the windows are in the center console.
Makes no sense.
And, man, it's ridiculous. The speedometer's in the center console. The button to turn the volume of the radio up and down is not anywhere near the radio. It's, like, down at the bottom of the center. It's so crazy.
The ejector seat button's in the trunk.
Yeah, totally. The machine gun is in the back.
Yeah, it's like
dude.
If James Bond's gadget guy was like 8 years old.
Yeah, he's like, ooh, put it all in the middle.
I put everything in the wrong place, James.
Isn't that funny and cute? And he
this car runs on bubbles.
he bought it because he was like, this is what Caleb was talking about. He was like, I want to go to the beach and I want to go play golf.
Yeah, you don't need the car for that. If you live in New York, you might as well live in the sky. You don't need a car.
Yeah.
You don't.
Yeah.
What are you doing, dude?
Oh, man. And it's also just sort of like he bought it because it was cheap from a guy and it was a lemon. It was just a fucked car. He's had to fix it so many times. It's a stick shift, and he bought a stick shift because he wanted to have a little race car, basically.
Right.
But he didn't take into account that he's on the road all the time, and none of his friends drive stick shift, except for one, me.
You. That's your curse.
And
I bought this car for Dave to drive around.
Yeah, dude. And here's the other kicker. I hate driving. I lived in LA for 20 years, and it turned me into someone who loathes being behind the driver's seat. And so I like once a week have to move this car for street cleaning so he doesn't get a ticket because he's out of town. It's just so, and every time the car comes up, Graham's like, oh, this guy fucking, I'm going to drive it off a fucking cliff. The thing is, though, that honestly, the fact that this all happened is a big reason Graham and I got close. It like forced us together.
Yeah.
And now we're like even better buddies than we would have been. And I'm happy to do it, man. I love helping my friends.
Just crash his car.
It's just so ridiculous. This like never ending problem, dude.
Yeah.
He's like, I just put $2,000 into it. And like every time you get into it, it's like tires are low. Like, what do you mean? We never drive it. Why is the tires low? Like, how is that possible?
Did he get cheap tires?
Yeah, I don't fucking know, dude. It's also funny. Everything about it's funny, dude. Because you know how big a Mini Cooper is. And Graham is 45 feet tall.
Oh, yeah.
He's the tallest man on earth.
Tallest man from Canada, moved here and got the tiniest car.
Got the tiniest car. It's a stick shift. No one can drive it but me. I'm pretty big. Also, he got hip surgery a few months ago, and he couldn't walk for 2 months. And he was on the road. He wasn't on the road. So every week I had to move it. And he was here in town, and every week he'd be like, Dave, can you move it on Tuesday? Yeah, I'll buy you eggs. But then it would like be basically have a walker, and it would take him like 45 minutes to get to the diner. Just just two idiots.
He's just two dudes going through it.
Yeah, dude.
So that he can golf once a year.
Yeah, totally. I think he took it golfing once, and then the car like horrifically broke down, and then he was like, "Fuck." He's like, way, way, way deep in Queens with a broken down car, and then he had to go out of town, and so it's just in the shop, and the guy fixing it's like, yeah, I don't know about this, Grant. Buddy, should we take a break?
Yeah, let's do some moon news.
Oh yeah, moon news, dude.
Hey.
What am I doing?
The mainstream media, they're by it. All the news is on Earth, and we're mixing it up. We're mixing it up, dude.
Here we go again. News about the moon.
So, if you remember last week, our moon news was about the moon time zone, which is maybe one of the biggest wastes of time so far. But so there's been an update about the time zone.
Oh, really?
So NASA wants a faster clock for the moon. So
dude,
now
this is just nerds jerking off, dude. That is a nerd's wet dream. Like, we're gonna create, because the thing is that, like, yeah, the moon. Why would the time zone on the moon be different than the Earth? It rotates around the Earth. So you would have to create a new clock. That makes more sense, but it's also useless because there's no one there.
But why?
Yeah.
Like, time is time, right? We made it up.
It's based on the Earth going around the sun. Or no, the Earth rotating.
So
Man,
that's
so
all
smart.
it is. And then we're like, well, the moon needs a clock for the moon time. And it's like dog years. What are we doing? Just let it be the time it is. That dog is 4 years old, okay?
Yeah, dude.
That's how old it is.
Dude, that...
Are there horse years?
This is literally just like there are people working at NASA who cannot handle that either Biden or Trump is going to be president again, and Israel and Palestine are like Palestine is dying.
Right.
They can't handle it, and so they're like, "What if the moon had a clock?" They're just like, "I'm going to start collecting Yu-Gi-Oh cards from 1999."
And Trump's going to figure that out and be like, well, according to the moon clock, it's the election's today.
So I win. Everybody who voted today voted for me. We'd love to vote.
It's
for
moon
me.
time, folks. We love what time it is.
Everyone on the moon voted for me. I'm the president of the moon. Dude, we should make him president of the moon. That would be. I think that would be a great solve to the problem.
Right.
We send Trump to the moon. This is like a good use of American resources. Send Trump to the moon. And when he's there, be like, you are now president of the moon. One other person with you on the moon voted for you, and now you're the president of the moon, and you get to decide whatever happens on the moon.
Right.
And I think that he would like that. I think that he would love to be. And then we make Biden president of the train. And
that would just be one of those things where they're like, Trump's been exiled to the moon, and all the liberals are like so happy, and then he turns out he can breathe up there. And you're like,
He's just like, I can jump so high, I can jump higher than everybody else. I'm so high in the sky. Oh, we love the moon, don't
it's
we?
actually easier for me to breathe.
Yeah, totally.
They said my eyes would pop out of my head. They haven't popped out.
Years and years of eating McDonald's have prepared me to eat the dust. Oh, I can eat the dust. The moon dust, it's good for me. I own the moon.
I can't die.
I can't die. I'm 400 years old. Yeah, just bouncing around on the moon.
This like long coat.
Yeah.
Big long tie.
Dude, president of the moon, Donald Trump. Hell yeah.
That's right.
Man.
That's been noon news, everybody.
Here we go again. News about the moon.
All right, we'll be right back.
What's it called?
Hey, welcome to What's It Called,
everybody?
everybody. Get ready to lay down, y'all. Fuck Walter Mondale. What's
That's
up,
right.
Richard Carnes? What's up, sleepers?
Yeah, get ready to lay down. We're having a good time. It's the Potato Boys. We're
Yeah.
renaming movies. We're having fun.
Oh, yeah. So we have a big announcement.
That's right.
So this podcast is now exclusively a movie podcast.
Well, we realized we were mostly renaming movies and
Yeah.
chain restaurants.
Yes.
We were just
Totally.
mostly renaming Applebee's and movies we like.
Every
So,
now and then we would rename a person, and we just sort of like, I mean, y'all, if you've been following us since the beginning, we like to evolve the show, and it also occurred to us, like, We love movies. We have a lot to say about
I know.
them.
That's all I do is watch movies.
And I legitimately hate the marketing and naming of a lot of new movies.
Yeah.
And so it's going to be a lot of new release movies now, and some old movies too. And so email us if you have movies you want to rename. What the hell is it called at gmail.com. And we're still going to do the occasional episode where we rename your stuff.
Yeah, of course.
But you're going to be seeing movie posters from us now.
Yeah, because the posters are the most fun.
Yeah.
And, when we renamed Jeff Foxworthy a few weeks ago, tons of people got so mad they thought he was a guest.
Yeah, we were going to interview him, and they were like, "Oh," literally one guy commented, "Oh, I guess this was all bullshit just for clicks." It's like, damn, dude, you are just do it in just a millisecond of research, bro.
Dude, and now it's going to be the same. Like, we rename Oppenheimer, they're going to be like, so fucking Oppenheimer's not on here?
Totally.
All right. These guys are fucking full of shit.
These guys fucking suck, dude. Man.
Yeah, so we're renaming some movies. We're having fun.
Yeah.
And if you're new to the podcast, we say a lot of things that don't make sense.
Yep.
We're
But
the
you'll
Potato
catch on.
Boys. We can't remember why we started saying that.
Keep on tipping. We still remember,
Keep
but
tipping
we're
is
gonna
just a fun thing to say.
yeah, it's just a fun thing. It came from somewhere, but we're trying to
Can't
forget
remember.
that the origin story of Keep
Get
on
ready
Tipping.
to lay down is just kind of like get ready for a good time.
Yeah, this podcast is a lay down for your brain. The world
Yeah.
sucks. It's a 50 to 60 minute break every Monday,
Right.
for you to not think about that shit and get stupid.
Yeah, we're
Yeah.
getting stupid.
Fuck
and,
Walter Mondale is
remember
not
how
a
that
way we
started.
really feel, but it's fun to say.
Right, it'd be funny
Yeah.
to, like, people have fuck Joe Biden posters
Yeah.
and bumper stickers, and it would be funny to still. Anyway,
Let's
so,
go Mondale.
Yeah, we got It's just a lot of fun. So we're a couple idiots having a good time.
Yeah, man. My name is Dave Ross. This is
I'm
Caleb
Caleb
Sinan. Our website's whatsitcalled.rodeo. Our store is shop.whatsitcalled.rodeo. We got
right.
dumbass shirts for sale.
Mm-hmm.
One of them says I'm gay, and there's
Yeah.
like bullets and a skull on it. It's
Yeah,
great.
we got all kind of fun shirts.
If you want to listen to,
Mugs.
watch us on YouTube, join our Discord, follow us on Twitter. So that's the thing. Now, a few months ahead of every episode, we announce what movie we're going to be renaming, and it's always a game online.
Right.
This week, we're renaming Fight Club, and the game was, what if Fight Club was a restaurant? And at What's It Pod on Instagram and Twitter if you want to jump in and rename with us. We do it on Twitter, and we do it on the Discord, and there's an invite on our website. What's
Discord's
it called?
great.
Yeah, it's the best.
Yeah, so we're doing all kinds of stuff, and we're doing shows. We're out here on the road, performing in your town. You're doing a tour.
Yeah. Well, you
And,
get into
that
it
I'm
first
on.
because hold on though. I don't know
All right.
I don't remember the dates.
Well, June 7th and 8th, I will be at Wiley's Comedy Club in Dayton, Ohio. Come out and do that. We need to fill those shows up, so bring a friend, and that'll be super fun. And I'll have some more soon. But, yeah, everybody fly to Dayton. Fly to Dayton and make a weekend of it.
Yeah, totally. No, yeah, I got a lot of stuff coming up. So the most important thing for everyone to know about me, Dave, is that June 22nd at the Gutter in Greenpoint, Brooklyn / Williamsburg, Brooklyn, I'm recording my first ever stand-up special. 2 shows, 8 p.m. and 10:30 p.m. I believe, tickets for that. There's a link to it on my website, davetotheross.com. I said I believe because we're recording this way in advance, but there's a ticket link up, I'm pretty sure, by now. And if
Better
not,
be.
it will be soon. And I'm touring so much leading up to that. Again, go to my
and
website.
I'm on some of these shows. If you want to see me, I'll be on some of these shows.
Yeah, go to davetotheross.com for tickets and info to all of this. Forgive me for stuttering. I have bad internet here in this room, so it took a minute for me to load the thing. But anyway,
That's right.
this week, today is May 13th that the episode came out. This week I'm in Chicago, Columbus, Ohio, Cincinnati, Ohio, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, and Morgantown, West Virginia. And my dear friend Carly Ballerini, who's so funny. She's a Chicago comedian. She's the best. She's opening for me. And then Caleb and I are doing a run together at the end of this month. We are in Hattiesburg, Mississippi, on May 29th, Birmingham, Alabama, May 30th, and New Orleans on May 31st and June 1st. I'm doing a whole hour. I'm like doing all these shows to run my hour and be ready for the taping. So come out and support, please. And Caleb will be opening for me on those shows.
And it's really good. I saw Dave last night.
It's really
great.
getting there. I mean, the jokes have been there, and now I'm putting it all together, and it's like all about my mom. I mean, it's for my mom. It's not all about my mom, but some of the jokes are about my mom, and it's great. It feels really good to do, and then there's like also some like really crazy bullshit at the end. I'm very excited.
No, it's great. You gotta see it, everybody.
June 5th, I'm in Loveland, Colorado. June 6th, Fort Collins, Colorado. June 7th and 8th, Denver, Colorado. June 9th, Boulder, Colorado. I'm doing all of those. I mean, like, locals will be opening for me there. Then June 14th, I'm in Portsmouth, New Hampshire. And on June 15th, I'm in Lawrence, Massachusetts. And my sweet girlfriend, Allie O'Neill, is opening for me on those.
Hell yeah, dude.
Come, if you're in New England, come. She's so funny, and we have a fucking great time together. Those are going to be great. And then June 19th, I'm in Milton, Pennsylvania, Central PA. And then a couple days off, and then I'm in Brooklyn taping the special June 22nd. So come to any and all of that. I'd love to see you at the special taping. And then the day after my special taping, Allie and I are going to see T-Pain in Central Park.
So get your tickets now. T-Pain's a good friend.
Dude, I can't wait, man. It's a really fun few months coming up.
Yeah, dude.
I'm stoked, dude.
Yeah, you know what time it is.
Yeah, I know exactly what time it is.
Yeah.
The Ben Shapiro's Beard Update.
It's still there.
The Ben Shapiro's Beard Update.
It's a pretty full hotel room today.
My favorite sound effect ever. It's so, you know exactly what happened. This is a recording of our crowd at the Riot Comedy Festival.
Ooh.
That was such a weird. After the episode, you know, like I'm like up there hosting, and I definitely am like very hypercritical of myself, and so I was up there. I was like, damn, this is like not going well. And then we ended it, and Caleb, Graham, and Tom were like, that was the best. That was so fun. And I was like, oh yeah, we did, because we were dying laughing. But
having a great time.
I wish I had footage of the crowd, too, because we had some fans in the crowd, for sure, and you could see they were laughing and smiling. But then also, we were the only show happening at the festival at that time.
So there were, like, confused couples that were like,
like in their 50s.
Why fuck Walter Mondale? Who is that?
Why does this guy keep playing this effect? Why he plays fart, then the Canadian guy hates it? What is this? They were literally like,
Yeah, a lot of people were very confused, but
confused.
I think they'll come around. You know?
Hell yeah, dude.
We love our sound
Here's my
effects.
problem with it. How do I do this and you don't laugh? What's your fucking problem? I know you're different than me, and that's fine. We don't have to agree on anything, but you don't like this? Are you fucking with me?
Yeah, what is that sound?
Honk, honk.
Yeah, it's like
Meep,
it's a,
Get out of my way. I'm in a little clown car. Dude, like,
I couldn't agree more, Dave.
true joy happening right now.
What the hell?
Oh, boy.
Yeah, we're having fun.
We're having so much fun. Dude, okay, so it's Fight Club that we're talking about
Yeah,
this
that's right,
week.
Fight Club.
That's the other thing I'm excited about being a movies podcast. We're not going to change anything else about it. We're still going to be renaming them online on Discord and Twitter every week. And we're going to be saying your names and picking a winner and all that stuff. But I think I'm most excited about this because I love talking to you about movies.
Yeah.
We have like real feelings about this.
And the Ricky shit is our version of an Oscar.
Yes.
So we were already there. Kind
Yeah,
of.
dude. Actually, yeah, we should get yes, especially since we're a movie podcast. We
Right.
should make a Ricky shit that looks like an Oscar taking a shit.
It's like The Thinker.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah,
it looks like The
sitting on the-
Thinker.
yeah, I think
I
that's a
actually
good
think
idea.
someone already made this on the Discord, made a 3D model of it,
Okay.
or a 3D printed one. So, okay, we're doing Fight Club. Fight Club is a great name.
Great name.
It's a
Great
Chuck
poster.
Great poster, yeah, with the soap.
Mm-hmm.
I also just love, like, a lot of movies are way too heavy-handed with their branding and their marketing.
Right.
Like, the soap is is a small detail of the Fight Club movie, but pointing it out, it's just like a special thing for those who know the movie or know the book.
Right.
It's also, it's a Chuck Palahniuk book, and I think if you love the book and you see the poster, it's Brad Pitt holding a bar of soap that says Fight Club.
Right.
You get really excited. And
Yeah.
I don't think that we're going to beat Fight Club as a name.
No, that's a good name. Fight Club's a good name. It's still not what you think. Like, I remember as a kid, I would see it at like the movie store. I'd see that poster, and I'd be like, I'm not allowed to watch this. But
Yeah.
you're like, Fight Club. I didn't even notice it was soap, really. I thought he was just holding up the name.
Yeah.
And,
interesting.
And I was like, oh, I bet that's fun. Like, and I assumed since I was a kid, I was like, oh, I guess when you grow up, there's these fight clubs, and
right.
that's just a part of being an adult. You fight your friends, and it's good fun. But it is a much weirder movie than
you would have expected.
than you would think.
That's the other thing that's great is it's like, man, the 90s were fucking great. The
Best
90s
decade
and
for
early
movies
2000s.
ever.
Yeah, man, movies and music, like it just really things really came together for American media for some fucking reason.
Well,
for,
because you could make so much money.
yeah.
You could make a ton of money just having your shit in the movie store.
Yeah.
And then word of mouth, you could, like, Shawshank made so much money just being a rental that people were like, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And now it's like, if your movie doesn't kill it when it's in the theater, you're kind of fucked.
Yeah.
And if Netflix doesn't want to give you a bunch of money to stream it,
Right.
but yeah, you could just kind of be a little movie. And they had so much. They would release. I remember hearing this that in the 90s they had so many movieplexes, and they were like, well, they didn't. It hadn't occurred to them. We'll put Dune on tons of screens.
Mm-hmm.
So they're like, let's put a different movie on every screen. So they just made tons and tons of. In 1999, they made like 800,000 movies.
Whoa.
Because they were like, well, we need a different movie, and and
Yeah.
then they realized, oh, I guess we don't.
yeah.
But it was awesome for us because, dude, look up 1999 in film. It's like unbelievable. Like they made 35 sex comedies. They made 18 movies about Abraham Lincoln. It was just like they were just pumping them out, dude. It's insane.
Wow, I hadn't thought about that. And now it's TV. Now they're cranking out TV.
Right.
Yeah. Interesting, man. Yeah, and it was also sort of like this. The end of the 90s was similar to the beginning for movies, similar to the beginning of the 90s for music, where like somehow like really interesting, artfully made things came into pop culture.
Right.
Like Fight Club is like a art nerd fucking weird movie.
Right.
And it got made in a big budget way, and it's like, oh my god, how the fuck did I get to see something this beautifully made? It was also sort of like, like Brad Pitt is kind of the Kurt Cobain of actors in the sense that like he is like a leading man and has all this pop appeal, but when you look at him, he's like a fucking incredible actor.
Oh yeah, he's like an artist.
He is an artist. Yeah, he
plays insanely different kinds of characters.
Character actor. Man, he's great in 12 Monkeys.
Right.
He's so great in 12 Monkeys.
Yeah, he can kind of do anything.
Yeah. But the thing about Fight Club is it's also this example of a movie where like, directly after a beautiful piece of art is made, all of this absolute schlocky trash bullshit happens because the wrong people see it and get the wrong message. There's so many people in the world who are wrong. Like every moment of every day, the things they think and do are incorrect. And I don't mean they're dumb. I mean they're wrong. Like Nirvana, like there's that great story about Kurt Cobain. Like he was on stage playing Smells Like Teen Spirit or Rape Me. He was on stage playing Rape Me, noticing that all these like jock bros were headbanging and yelling it and being like, oh, I fucked up. Oh fuck, dude.
Yeah.
It like really sent him off the deep end. He like didn't realize that the irony of a song would be like, yeah, it's horrible. It's horrifying to even think about. I don't even like bringing it up. But like,
you know what I would have told Kurt when he was like, you know what I noticed? I'll go, you remember how I told you that when you said you wrote Rape Me?
Yeah, you remember how like rape is in the title of a song?
I thought people would get it. Yeah, Kurt, people aren't smart.
Yeah, dude. And Fight Club is a perfect example of like all these fucking jagoffs saw Fight Club and they're like, we're supposed to beat the shit out of people.
The Proud Boys were like, got it.
Totally.
Yeah, it's not a good idea.
Yeah, dude. Like a Fight Club and Boondock Saints just became this just like rally cry for every
Right,
meathead,
right.
no neck idiot in the world.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
then like
At least Fight Club's a good movie. Boondock Saints, it baffles me.
it's
It's not good.
yeah, dude.
It's really strange.
Boondock Saints is just like, man, the Boondock Saints is Joe Rogan's origin story. in the dressing room of news radio, a
like if-
fledgling 25-year-old Joe Rogan was watching Boondock Saints being like, I'm going to start a podcast.
Yeah, it's like if Joe Rogan had a production company and Conor McGregor was like, I read a script.
Yeah, totally, dude.
I think you're gonna like it.
We figured out how to get a VHS tape with muscles. Oh man, dude.
I just saw Pulp Fiction and it's all fucked up. It's like, okay, dude.
Isn't he
Yeah.
Irish?
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
He's not a real person.
Yeah, totally. Yeah.
It's not a real man. No one is that man.
I figured out how to do push-ups instead of sleep. Oh man.
I can't shit on him too much because I watched Roadhouse and it's pretty funny.
Roadhouse? Is Conor McGregor in Roadhouse?
Yeah, he fights Jake Gyllenhaal. You haven't
Oh
seen
my
Roadhouse?
Well, I saw the original.
Well, you got to see the new one, dude. You see Conor McGregor's ass for like 5 minutes.
Oh yeah, you were telling me
Yeah,
that,
it's
dude.
insane. Gotta see
Man,
Roadhouse.
Let's come up with a name for Conor McGregor's ass. Fight butt.
Hell yeah, dude. So yeah, we're renaming Fight Club today. Great film from night. We don't want to do any spoilers, but it's pretty good if you like a good David Fincher and Brad Pitt's great.
Oh yeah, it's David Fincher.
Yeah, dude.
Dude, that's another thing. Him rising to popularity was so cool.
Yeah, he's the best.
yeah.
He's very, very good.
What was his first big one? Was it
Pretty
Pi?
sure it was Alien 3. Pi's Darren Aronofsky.
Aronofsky.
but,
I always confuse the two of them. Yeah.
Alien but it's like Alien cubed.
Yeah, right. And then what was his like next one that was sort of artier?
Ooh, I cannot remember.
I know that he did. Yeah, Fight Club. Maybe it was Fight Club. I think it probably was.
I can't remember. But if you know, send us an email at what the hell is it called? We don't have
Yeah.
access to the internet. So,
Yeah.
we'll never know. But I got some names for Fight Club.
Okay, let's go.
Citizen Kane for Reddit.
Terrorism frat.
Hey, if you got this poster and 4 thumbtacks, you might be a white guy.
I'm not me. You're me.
Do men need help?
I forgot.
That's actually a good title.
I forgot.
I forgot,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah totally.
Joe Rogan's I Love This Movie and Life.
Personality man.
All right, here's my last one. Tough guys, goth chicks, and Brad Pitt's V-shaped muscles pointing to his dick.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. All right, I got 4 more, I think, here. Big old dirty soap house. Beat the shit out of your buddies because you're lonely. Kill all the buildings. And here's my last one. Hot Brad Pitt meets Big Tits Meatloaf.
That's pretty good.
Hey, thanks.
That's a good
Big
one.
Tits Meatloaf is like
Yeah.
really, I will never forget it. It's also like
Yeah, it's seared into my brain.
Meatloaf is a fucking great actor.
Yeah.
Meatloaf is great in that movie.
Yeah, it disappears.
I mean, the first ever piece of like a hard copied media I bought
Mm-hmm.
was a Meatloaf tape. I bought it when I was like 8 years old or something.
Damn, Dave.
9 years old because I loved I would do anything for love, but I won't do that.
I saw Fight Club before I knew Meatloaf sang.
I think a lot of people did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I didn't even occur to me. I was like, is that the guy from Fight Club singing about what the hell?
I would do it. You know what's funny too is that the name of the album I Would Do Anything for Love is on is called Bat Out of Hell.
Right. I remember seeing the cover of Bat Out of Hell and being like, oh, Meatloaf. Ooh, this is going to be.
It's like a motorcycle
gonna-
with bat wings, and he's got like devil eyes or something.
Yeah.
And I would do anything for love.
Right. That's the branding there is bananas.
Totally. Like you just sound like you
This
sound like
could be on the soundtrack for Beaches.
yeah, absolutely. This could be a World Cup song. Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
When I get older, I will be stronger. Oh man. Okay, yeah. So
Yeah, the
we put a
game.
game out
That's right.
online, and y'all jump in and rename. And this one is super fun.
Yeah,
dude.
this was great. Y'all did a great job.
It's
Thank you.
What If Fight Club was a restaurant?
Mm-hmm.
And dude, you want to go back and forth?
Let's
I'm
do
really
it,
excited about this.
Hell yeah. So if Fight Club was a restaurant, we got what is this? Farthead at Farthead on Twitter said Outback.
Yeah.
That's pretty
That's
good.
great. That's great. At I Like Mike Perry, friend of the pod. What's up, Mike? Said Grapplebees.
I mean, come
That's
on.
good stuff.
We got on the Discord, the Super Toe said Testosterone Grill.
That's great. At Sheeby Carlene with TKO Bell.
I mean,
That's like
come on.
really clever, dude.
Shagadelic on Twitter said, I'm Joe's mood for food.
I am. Oh yeah, I forgot about.
Yeah.
That's right. At Larry Bolello, who I met the other day.
Oh, really?
We're doing Good Heroin, my show in New
shit.
York now.
What's up, Larry?
And I by the way, I don't know the next date of it. This timing thing, I'm like starting all these new shows, and our episodes come out 2 months after we record. And so, give me a sec. But
Yeah.
look it up on my website. There's Good Heroin. It's either monthly or weekly right now. And God, it's been so good. Larry Bolello, he lives in Long Island,
Oh,
and
wow.
he came out. I met him. He was really a
That's
sweet
great.
guy. At Larry Bolello with Fight Guys.
Oh, just
great.
perfect. At Crystal Mister said Bite Club.
That's really great. Says hello, comrades. Roommate on the Discord. 5 guys that kick the shit out of you.
At Kickassatron on Twitter said Knuckle Sandwiches.
That's great. Axel Pros on the Discord with our Ricky shit for this week. Brad Pitt's I Love This Bar of Soap. Dude, that is
It's
so
just great.
good, dude.
Fantastic, man.
Thank you so much, Axel Pros.
Yeah, y'all are the best.
Y'all are the best. At What's
Thank
It
you.
Pod on Twitter. God damn, we love you so much.
Hell yeah.
Oh,
Thank you for listening.
The Ben Shapiro's Beard Update.
Oh, wait. Still there.
The Ben Shapiro's Beard Update.
yeah. I just wanted to check real quick before the episode ended if he had shaved it. You know, we're always
Dude,
rooting
you're going to
for
be the
it.
first to know if that thing is shaved.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
If you weren't watching on YouTube, Caleb checked his phone real quick.
Yeah, dude.
Oh man, what are we renaming next week, buddy?
Ooh, I'm not sure. Something.
I was just looking at it.
Something good. I know it's a
Here's
movie.
what we got coming up.
I think it's
Iron
Iron
Man is
Man.
next week. Then No Country for Old Men. Then we get into new releases, and I'm excited. Just a real like a quick preview next week on what's it called? You know what I mean?
I like that.
We're doing The Crow, and The Crow we just renamed the whole thing, but there's a new one, and I'm so excited, dude. A lot of my 90s, actually, a lot of Allie and me, we love this very specific type of movie. I've talked to you about it.
Big Dumb.
Big dumb 90s action gothy movies.
Yeah.
And it's crazy. Like right when we started dating, we were like, wait a minute, we both love Blade. You know, you have that with someone. You're like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
I think this might be perfect.
Yeah.
So we watched Blade, all three. All three are good. Two and 3 really suck. 2 especially, but they're also all good. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like Triple H is in the third one.
Oh, shit. I didn't know
Yeah.
that.
He kicks Blade in the chest and says, how would you know how big my fucking dick is? Like,
Whoa.
it's so awesome, dude.
Well, who hasn't had that fight before?
In 2025, a new Blade is coming out starring Mahershala Ali.
Oh.
How exciting is that? There's a new Constantine coming out, and Constantine is another. That's
Yeah.
a movie about an exorcist who is going to hell because he tried to kill himself when he was younger. And the Archangel Gabriel is like, sorry, buddy. They're friends. And he's like, sorry, you're fucked. And it's played by Tilda Swinton.
Whoa.
Um,
How have I not seen
Dude,
this?
it's such a great movie.
Oh, man,
And
I
he's
like
just
that.
like always sending demons to hell. Anyway, it's Keanu is reprising his role as Constantine in a Constantine sequel.
Man, it's going to be a great year.
And I loved The Crow. And there's like 3 or 4 Crow movies. And they're all, the first one's great. The rest of them are fucking
Yeah, that first Crow's
terrible.
awesome.
There's also a Crow movie made by Rob Zombie that they just never finished and never put out. Because I think Rob Zombie was like, this sucks.
And
dude.
he's made all of the worst movies I've ever seen.
Yeah,
in my
he's
life.
bad.
Man.
But anyway, new Crow coming out, starring one of the Skarsgård brothers, Bill, I
Yeah.
want to say, or
That's probably right.
yeah,
or the other one.
Or the other. So many Skarsgårds. They're the new Baldwins.
Oh, it's crazy. I see them everywhere I turn.
Yeah, and I didn't realize. I don't know. I didn't know about which Skarsgård is the one in Succession.
They're all the right answer.
I know they all look the same, dude.
It's like when you see a bald one, you're like, that's not Alec, and it's not.
No, there was Alec, and then there was
The other ones.
Steven, and Steven had somewhat of a career.
I can't.
And then you get down to Billy, and then there's more.
I can't tell the difference. All I know is the Alex and the not Alex.
Yeah. And man, the world really isn't it interesting that how the world decided like fuck Alec Baldwin.
Yeah.
When I know that he killed that person, and I think that's absolutely horrible, but he couldn't have known that there was a bullet in that
Right.
gun, right?
Right. There's no way you could.
There's no way you would know.
And what a weird. Like, if anyone, I've never heard anyone with a conspiracy theory of like that was his plan.
Yeah, like you just think.
First thing I do is I make movies and don't kill people for 40 years. Then I get myself booked on Rust.
Do we all like want to hate celebrities so bad that if they make has he done something creepy or bad otherwise that I don't know about?
I don't know.
'Cause
I just know.
here's
I
the thing.
doubt that he meant to. But I guess you still are liable. But
I suppose
yeah,
I don't know.
don't think he's evil for it.
Maybe I'm thinking this because I want to be in movies. You know, I'm an entertainer. I want to be in movies,
Yeah.
and I feel like I want to be in action sequences. And in that situation, I would be handed a gun, and I would not know that there were real bullets in it. I would
Right.
not know.
And I would go, well,
And I would want the world to let me off the fucking hook. And you know why? Because I would feel it would
Right.
ruin my life. It would
Yeah, for
ruin
sure.
my life. So that's the other thing about people hating him. Like, I think
shouldn't there be a law that they shouldn't have even real bullets shouldn't even fit these guns?
yeah, like who did that?
Yeah.
Somebody should go to jail for killing that woman, and it's
Yeah.
whoever put the guns in the bullets in the gun.
Right. But yeah, they should change in the contracts where it's like you are not allowed to have a gun that even takes real bullets.
Oh, that's a
right?
good point. It should be.
Yeah, we decided to use a real gun with fake bullets. No.
No.
Fake gun, fake bullets.
That probably is a law, as a matter of fact.
Yeah. Should
And
be.
they just handed him a real gun, and I guess they're saying he should have known it was a real gun.
Right,
maybe?
how does he should know
I
that?
don't know.
He's
He's
not an
stupid.
actual
He's an actor.
cowboy.
He's got a big head. He's got a big face. Second biggest face in the world. Did you know that?
John Travolta's number one.
Yeah.
We all know that.
Then Alec Baldwin, and Alec Baldwin used to have a little face.
Yeah, he used to have a little face.
What is it about men, like leading men kind of guys?
Yeah.
They hit 50. They get a big old face.
Well, they want to take up more of the screen. you know?
Oh yeah, that's
They
what it
get
is.
greedy.
These white guys just make their face bigger to get more screen real estate.
Yeah, dude.
Oh man, hey, we love y'all.
We
so
love you so
goddamn
much. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next week.
We will see you next week. Best fans in the fucking world.
Thank you.
Lay
Lay
it
it
on
down.
down. Bye.
What's it called? What's it called? What's it called?